What's going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, coming back at you on Tuesday, May 24th, 2022, the official start of Destiny 2 Season 17, Season of the Haunted. There's a bunch of brand new stuff in the game that we have to cover in a really short period of time, but of course we're going to be starting off with your weekly reset guide. Of course, we've got a bunch of new things in the game, but we've also got some pinnacle sources that you're going to want to maximize to make your way towards some of that in-game content, like the dungeon that should be going live on Friday. If you happen to miss out, Bungie dropped a trailer basically last night showing off Season of the Haunted, a lot of the things we're going to be getting with it. We got a developer insight into Solar 3.0 earlier today. I'll have links to both those videos as well as our coverage of it in the description box below. But starting things out, we'll start what we usually do, in the Vanguard playlist. This week's Nightfall is Proving Grounds. Of course, you'll be able to run this for your basic Pinnacle rewards. This is a pretty enemy-heavy strike. The modifiers you'll have to deal with are Empath. Champion foes will be Barrier and Unstoppable champions. You'll have Attrition. Equipment's, of course, going to be locked. Match game will be on. The shields you're going to be facing are Arc, Solar, and Void shields. And we'll have a modifier called the Closer. When targets are nearby, you have improved slide. After sliding, your ranged weapon attacks deal increased damage for a short time. So you slide when near enemies to get bonus damage. And then finally, Acute Solar Burn. Plus 25% solar damage dealt, and plus 50% solar damage received. Of course, you can run higher difficulty Nightfalls for enhanced rewards and better chances at Nightfall weapons. Of course, we've also got Grandmasters, which will be going live on July 5th. After that, heading over to the Gambit playlist, it's just regular Gambit this week. No labs or anything crazy like that. We do have freelance as an option there. You play your 3 matches, you get your Pinnacle gear. Moving on to Crucible. We've of course got Control as always, Momentum Control, Survival, Rumble, and Elimination. Alright, after that, heading over to Saturns Throne world, surprisingly enough, stuff like Preservation and the Vox Obscura mission still dropping Pinnacle gear, so you can still run this. The recommended power is still 1550, with which after we've got now a power boost, that's taking us up to like a soft cap of I think either 1550 or 1560 with a hard cap of 1570. It should be really easy to get this mission done. It's a very easy to get Pinnacle reward each and every week. Of course, we've got the Wellspring Defend. You can run this on higher difficulties for Pinnacle gear as well. And the weapon this week is Father's Sins. Make sure you go and run to get that. We've also, of course, got the weekly mission. You can get a Pinnacle from this as well as some decent farming options. The mission this time is the Ghost. So if you're in need of some high stat armor or some Ascendant alloy, make sure you get your runs in this week. Now, after that, we've got a couple of changes. Of course, with Season 17, we had the introduction of the rotating weekly focus for Legacy content. Each week, we're going to have a different Legacy raid or Legacy dungeon. Actually, both Legacy raid and dungeon that are going to drop Pinnacle rewards for that week. This time around, it's going to be the Dreaming City, meaning both Last Wish and the Shattered Throne will be dropping 1 bit of Pinnacle gear in the final encounters of each of these activities. Make sure you go run that Pinnacle stuff, that classic stuff. Go take out Riven, get your rewards. And of course, for those of you who are still interested in running Dares of Eternity, you can run that, achieve a score of 250,000 or higher to receive some Pinnacle rewards from that. Again, for all you guys out there who are trying to push your way to 1570 as quickly as possible, there's going to be plenty of opportunities for you with the Pinnacle rewards that we have right now. Now, for some of the new stuff, of course, we've got the new free space in the Castellum. This is taking place on Callus's returned Leviathan. Well, spooky Leviathan as it were. This is going to be a part of the seasonal content going forward. There's all new activities, all new things to go through there. I'll let you guys discover some of that on your own here. For the Legend and Master Law sector, it's going to be on the moon. It is the K1 crew quarters. And the drop this week is going to be exotic chest armor. But alright, beyond that, we've got some new stuff over in the Helm, including the Crown of Sorrow that's going to have its own powerful rewards and challenges tied to it. We'll cover that in just a sec. And along with the new season, of course, we have an entirely new list of seasonal challenges. Of course, as usual, these are going to enhance week by week by week, giving you an opportunity to complete challenges to earn Bright Dust, Challenger XP for your Season Pass, and for the Artifact. And additionally, every week you're going to have an opportunity to complete a challenge to earn what's called a Figment of Darkness. This is going to be used in conjunction with the Crown of Sorrow to upgrade that, to unlock additional modifiers for that and the activities that are going to be tied in with the season, and additional focusing rewards there at the Crown of Sorrow itself. It's standard seasonal stuff. But before we jump on into some of that, let's take a look at what's going on in the tower. Alright, here in the tower. Good luck trying to load into it, by the way. It took me 3 times to actually get into here. Over at the gunsmith, we actually have some pretty exciting stuff at Banshee today. In addition to a disappearing gun, he's also offering one of the new seasonal bows with a pretty darn good roll. This thing is rocking rangefinder and headstone on a new stasis bow. Not bad at all. If you're looking to get an early start on this season's new weapons, I would actually recommend purchasing this. This isn't bad whatsoever. Definitely going to be the highlight of Banshee's inventory today. Other worthwhile mentions are, of course, the Snorri FR5 is coming with Surplus and Frenzy. That's not a bad roll. And the Typhon this time has Stats for All and Explosive Light. That's 3 pretty serviceable rolls on 3 pretty good weapons here at Banshee right now. But he's not the only gunsmith with some major surprises today. Over at our girl 801, she's actually got a plethora of decent mods this time around. In particular, extra reserves. While charged with light, defeating combatants with void damage grants a chance to drop special ammo. This effect consumes all stacks of charge with light. The more stacks you have, the higher your chance of gaining the ammo drop. And Rage of the Warmind. If you weren't somebody who played during the Warmind days, this mod was a must-have for Warmind cell builds, and I would definitely recommend any Guardian out there who hasn't gotten it yet to pick it up. You don't want to miss this. She does not sell it often. This is your chance to lock it in if Warmind cells ever become relevant again, which they just might, considering we have entered the era of Solar 3.0. And that in and of itself is actually going to be a major topic of conversation in this reset video. Rather than covering the Eververse stuff, you'll be able to check all of that on your own as soon as you log in. We're going to be taking a look at what's coming with Solar 3.0, which of course is active in the game right now. Time to start build crafting, Guardians. But before you get started with that, make sure you head to the tower and go over to Ikora Ray. You'll need to purchase a lot of the aspects and fragments directly from her first, for a pretty hefty glimmer cost, and then meditate in order to actually unlock them. Once you do though, you'll notice your solar menu will completely change. Just like Void 3.0, we can now select different abilities as well as aspects and fragments for our new solar classes. This is the revamp we've all been waiting for quite some time, and I can't wait to get deeper into it. Some of the new customization options here are actually pretty in-depth, like for Warlocks you can change between specific healing builds and damage and range builds and burning builds and stuff like that. So make sure you head to Ikora, grab all of those upgrades, meditate, and unlock Solar 3.0 so you can maximize your usage of these classes. Additionally, as a part of Solar 3.0, we've got some new terms to familiarize ourselves with. In particular, Scorch, where targets are singed by destructive solar light, taking damage over time. Scorch damage increases as the target accumulates more Scorch stacks, and after enough Scorch stacks are applied, they ignite. Then we've got Ignition, a large solar explosion which deals damage in an area around the target. Alright, here at the helm, we've got some new stuff to explore. Of course, with a brand new season comes a new artifact and a new focusing element. This time around, we're using the Hive artifact, the Crown of Sorrow. This is going to be similar to the previous artifact we used at the helm last season to go and focus engrams, pick up all kinds of rewards. It's got its own kind of like rank reward track that you'll be able to go through and upgrade as the season goes on. It's here that you'll be able to focus some of the incoming opulent weapons, including the returning reprise stuff like Austringer, Drawn, Beloved, Callus Mini Tool, and even more. Of course, we also will be able to focus some of the brand new weapons like the new Trace Rifle Hollow Denial, the Bump in the Night Rocket Launcher, Tears of Contrition, the new Scout Rifle, Nezarek's Whisper, the Glaive, the Firefright Auto Rifle, and of course, the Without Remorse shotguns. This is going to work very similar to the way things did in previous seasons. As usual, if you head over to your seasonal challenges, you'll find that you'll generally have one challenge a week that's going to get you a special item. This time it's Figments of Darkness. This is what you'll use to upgrade the Crown of Sorrow itself and buy additional perks and upgrades that will help you basically gain more reputation, more items, more rewards and whatnot as the season goes on. You can usually only get a limited number of those every single week. Looks like we can only actually earn 1 or 2 for this first week of Season 17. But of course, you'll be using that to upgrade the Crown of Sorrow to further enhance the rewards that you'll be getting over the course of the season. This will also be where you come to get daily bounties that'll be focused on the activities that you'll be doing on the Derelict Leviathan. Like I said, this really isn't too different from what we experienced in previous seasons, so I'm sure most of you Guardians will figure your way out here soon enough. But alright Guardians, that's pretty much it for your weekly reset guide for the week of May 24th, 2022. Again, there's a bunch of brand new stuff in the game. We've got a lot of stuff to cover. I'm going to go start working on builds immediately and trying to get my hands on some of those new weapons. I hear the new Trace Rifle can actually roll Killing Tally, which was a Pinnacle reward from a Pinnacle weapon quite a while ago. If you all remember the weapon 21% Delirium, I miss it dearly. With Killing Tally, kills increase the weapon's damage until it is stowed or reloaded. Getting that on a Trace Rifle just sounds absolutely insane. Can't wait to try to roll for that. But that's it for the reset guide, Guardians. Get out there, enjoy the new content, let me know what you find. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to cover because we got a whole new season of content. That's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.